Arrival. Samuel stands and props himself on one of the bars above the two of them, saying, "I'll give you some directions, but civil protection get wary when you speak to others in public. After that, we go our separate ways." Samuel grabs a gas mask from his satchel, ensuring the filter is on tightly and its cap removed. Gordon follows suit, the tape on his mask obstructing his view slightly. The train slowly comes to a stop as the audio system chimes and says in a robotic tone, "Now arriving at City 17. Samuel gestures for Gordon to follow, opening the train door for him. The two step out onto the platform, the station becoming clear. Arches flow on the sides of the building, the glass ceiling grand in scale but parts being shattered or missing altogether. Off-yellow light spilling from it, Samuel steps in close to Gordon, pointing to the right exit of the station while saying, "That leads towards the industrial district. Probably the best place to get started when transferred to a new city. Combine like it when you put in work for them." Samuel steps back from Gordon, holding out his hand for one last handshake. "We part ways from here, friend. Good luck out there." Gordon shakes it and takes off towards the exit of the industrial district. As Gordon walks, he sees a giant black fixture on the wall of the exit surrounded by chain-link fences. The fixture has some form of holographic projection casting from it and showing a slideshow of pictures, some of masked people with batons, others smiling workings pulling cranks. The fixture then chimes a two-part tune before some form of broadcast starts. It's of the bald man from the posters on the train, stating in a deep monotone voice, "You have chosen, or have been chosen, to move to City 17, the most productive and industrious of the remaining urban centers." With a head tilt and grin, the bald man continues. "The productivity of City 17 has been so much so that I've elected to establish my administration here, to show our benefactors the industriousness of mankind close up. Please enjoy your stay here. Sincerely, your ever-vigilant consul." The broadcast ends shortly after, the projector going back to a slideshow of various pictures. Gordon steps through the chain-link fences and walks down the steps. City 17. Gordon walks down the stairs until finding a section guarded by the masked men with batons from the projector earlier. One of them holds up a hand to gesture for Gordon to stop. "Stop. Wait for evaluation," the gesturing man says in a vocoder voice, masking his true sound. A second passes before a light to the right of Gordon turns green and the gate opens. The guard gestures for the baton for Gordon to head through. Gordon steps through, the lights and skyscrapers meeting his eyes for the first time. The architecture is clearly American, but there's many additions to what was once a normal city. These additions are made of a metallic material, although it's unrecognizable to anything Gordon had seen. Most notably, of the additions was a tall pillar that reached past the putrid clouds above. The design of the pillar was of the same metallic surfaces from what Gordon could tell, parts of the pillar jutting out, giving the large pillar an uneven look. Numerous giant cables dangle from it and spread across the city, like veins to a great creature. Floating, spherical contraptions move around the streets, lights emitting from a large circle in their centers. One of the contraptions floats towards Gordon, making a clicking sound paired with a bright flash, blinding Gordon temporarily. The contraption floats away slowly. In awe and confusion of these sights, Gordon begins to wander deeper into the city. The streets aren't very populated, and no cars are in use. There are cars here and there, but their unused nature is apparent by the smashed windows on the sparse few that were there, tires missing, some even missing entire doors or hoods. The few people that were in the streets avoided Gordon's gaze, almost going out of their way to avoid him and each other. Coming upon a four-way road, Gordon sees a large orb-like metal fixture with multiple screens. A two-tone chime plays like that of the train station. And another broadcast starts. The consul speaks. "The true citizen knows that duty is the greatest gift. The true citizen remains vigilant. The true citizen enjoys the comforts of City 17, but uses discretion. The true citizen's job is the opposite of slavery. The true citizen conserves valuable oxygen." With another chime, the broadcast ends, sitting Gordon forward. Gordon walks past what looks like an electronics store. TVs that were on display were mostly non-functional, showing a technical error screen of a non-functioning broadcast. One TV showed a smiling lady showing off food available in the city. From a brown plastic bag like that of old-world MREs, she pulls out a small tube labeled NutriPaste, going into detail of its nutritional value and how it's a reliable source of calories. The paste itself being an off-grayish green and thick in texture, being entirely unappetizing to anyone not actively starving. Industrial. Gordon slowly walks off from the electronics store towards the sounds of clanking metal, presumably being the sounds of industrial works. The sounds lead Gordon to a corridor. Walking in, Gordon looks through a window. Inside are two men in green plastic-like cloaks, their hoods down and their masks on their sides. They look into two metallic tubes with bright material inside, perhaps some form of refinery or smelter, although Gordon didn't examine it long enough to tell. Continuing down the corridor, Gordon turns to another window, where two conveyor belts lead to a large machine with a circular structure, with strange white round objects with 3 holes follow on the end of it. Near the conveyor belts, children place the comparably large white objects onto belts, most of which struggle to do so. Several masked men with batons stand watch. By this point, their role of being some form of police force is clear. They wear strange metallic vests, somewhat oversized and looking almost shell-like on the men. The sight of laboring children unsettled Gordon, infuriating him. Were not for the fact the men inside were armed, he'd do something about it. Gordon walks forward to the sound of hissing pistons. The corridor leads to a door. Opening it, Gordon enters into a sealed balcony with a view of a facility of unknown purpose. Large moving pistons shift and push, while more men in plastic-like uniforms and aprons work below them. Gordon walks past this to another door, leading back outside, following the path to stairs leading underground, maybe an old subway entrance. Walking down the stairs, Gordon continues on until a metallic fixture on the ceiling opens up to reveal a spindly object with a flash to greet him. Seemingly a camera, it lets out a loud beep, and an orange field appears from the 2 black fixtures Gordon just failed to notice on the sides of the wall. Panicked, Gordon backs up, slamming his back against something. Turning around, he sees another orange field, realizing the fields are solid to the touch, despite appearing as a projection of sort. Hearing footsteps, Gordon turns back around. 3 of the police, what Gordon believes Samuel referred to as civil protection, walks towards the field. The one in the middle having a different mask, its eyes being yellow and having 2 filters instead of 1, both filters on the sides of the grill. Their suit being black and red, the ones besides the red one wearing blue, the notion of rank becoming clear when the red one tells the others to detain him. The 2 blue ones step through the field, unaffected by it, and approach Gordon, the batons buzzing as they raise them to swing. They soon bring down the batons onto Gordon. Surges of intense electrical pain hit Gordon, quickly bringing him to his knees. The pain so harsh as the 2 men continue their beating, sending Gordon into unwilling consciousness.